Hi fourth graders, and welcome to this week's online video lesson. Today we will start off with a scale warm-up and then we will play some songs from our music book. So for today's lesson, you need to prepare by taking out your instrument, taking out your bow, and taking out your book and opening to page 11. If you need a moment to get ready, feel free to press pause and then hit play when you're ready to resume. Let's get started. So we are going to start with a scale, pizzicato, D major scale, my turn, your turn. Remember, pizzicato means to pluck, so you can set your bow down for this scale. Ready? So starting off, my turn, your turn. Your turn. My turn, E. Your turn. My turn, F sharp. Your turn. My turn, G. Your turn. My turn, A. Check your posture. Next is B. Your turn. My turn, C sharp. Your turn. My turn, high D. Your turn. Back down, C sharp. Your turn. My turn, B. Your turn. My turn, A. Your turn. My turn, G. Your turn. My turn, F sharp. Your turn. My turn, E. Your turn. My turn, D. Excellent warm-up, students. Let's play the scale one more time. The same scale, pizzicato, only this time instead of playing my turn, your turn, we'll play it together at the same time. Ready? Check your posture. Get set. 1, 2, ready, go. Good work, students. How did you do? Did you keep the beat nice and steady and keep your notes together with mine? Let's go on and let's play the scale with the bow next. Take a moment to set your bow grip. Make sure your fingers are curved and relaxed and that your thumb is bent and placed under the stick right next to the frog. And once you have your bow grip set, just take a moment to do some smooth down bow, up bow, elevator bows to warm up and relax your wrist. All right, students, so we're going to play the D major scale on Arco smooth bows, and we are going to play about this speed. D, D, E, E, F sharp, G, G. Let's get our instruments in position and set. Set your bow close to the frog on the D string, and I'll count us in. 1, 2, smooth bow scale. Good scale, students. Let's go on now and take a look at some of the songs in the book. Before we play the songs from the book, we'll review some vocabulary words. These vocabulary words we've gone over in class already, so it should just feel like review. It shouldn't feel like you're learning any new vocabularies, for instance. Anyways, take a look behind me. I have here my special musician paper. Can you remember what the 5 lines and the 4 spaces are called? If you said the staff, you're correct. Now the staff are divided by vertical lines. Can you remember what those are called? If you said bar lines, you are correct. Now the purpose of the bar lines is to divide the staff into separate segments. Can you remember what each of those separate segments are called? If you said measures, good work. Now we always have a special type of bar line at the end of a song. Can you remember what the special bar line at the end of the song is called? If you said double bar line, you are correct. Now finally, sometimes you have a symbol that looks kind of like a double bar line, but it also has 2 dots, like a colon next to it. Do you remember what that symbol's called? This one's called a repeat sign. So the difference between a double bar line and a repeat sign is that the double bar line tells you that the song is finished, whereas the repeat sign tells you to go back and play the song one more time before you finish. So our vocabulary words are staff, bar lines, measures, double bar line, and repeat sign. Nice review. Okay, the song that I've chosen for us to work on today, on page 11, it's the very first song called Olympic High Jump. And if you preview the song and look all the way through it, you'll see there are 3 different notes in the song. Do you see them? We have high D, low D, and C sharp. Now, there are some places under the staff where you have this bracket. You may remember from class that that bracket is sort of like a hint from the book to tell you to keep your fingers down while you're playing that segment. So let's take, for instance, the very first measure. You see there's the bracket under the measure, and the book is telling you that you should keep your high D fingers down the whole entire time that you play that. It's much more efficient to keep your fingers on the string as you jump from high D to low D. It helps with your accuracy and it helps you keep in tune. So let's actually practice playing measure number 1 by itself, my turn, your turn, and the goal is for you to keep your high D fingers down the whole time, even as you skip down to the low D. Ready? Let's try it. So this is measure number 1 of the song Olympic High Jump at the top of page 11, song number 27. Set your high D fingers, check your posture. Now this song is pizzicato, right? So we do not need our bows for this. My turn, your turn, measure number 1. Your turn. Did you remember to keep your high D fingers down the whole entire time? Let's do it once more. My turn, measure number 1 of Olympic High Jump. Great work. And if you kept your high D fingers down then your high D is ready for measure number 2. It's so convenient. Well, we're going to try to play the whole song. I would like you to preview it though with your eyes and notice that at the very end of the song, what type of symbol do we have? Is it double bar or repeat? If you said repeat sign, good focus. That's definitely a repeat sign at the end of the song. So when we get to the end, definitely go back and play the song again. All right? Here we go. Set your posture. Set your high D fingers on the stripes. Make sure your left wrist is straight. Here we go. This is Olympic high jump all the way through, including the repeat. 1, 2, ready, begin. Repeat sign. Nice work, students. How did you do? Did you remember to keep down your high Ds when it tells you to with the brackets? When I was playing the song, I noticed you can really keep your high D down for almost the entire song. The only time you need to lift your high D is just to get that note C sharp. It's so cool. Anyways, let's turn the page. We're going to move on to a new song that we haven't done yet. Song on page 12, song number 33. It's called Song for Christine. This is your assignment song for this week. So when you make your video recording and submit, you don't need to play all the songs and scales that we do today. You only need to do this one. So Song for Christine is the new one for you to learn, okay? Now if you preview it, and you should always preview a new song, just look over all the notes. You'll see that we use in this song all the notes of the D scale. How many measures do you see in this song? If you counted 8 measures, then you're correct. I also see a very special pattern in measure number 5. So find measure number 5. It is the first measure on the second line. You'll see the notes in that measure are D, F sharp, A, A. Now, is D, F sharp, A a scale? It's not. But we did learn about this type of pattern in class when you skip the steps of the scale. So this part is not exactly a scale. It's not step by step. It skips steps instead. And we call this an arpeggio. Do you remember that word? Arpeggio. So let's try playing that measure. Measure number 5, arpeggio. D, F sharp, A, A. You might recognize that, that pattern from Lightly Row, the arpeggio. Let's try it. My turn, your turn. Measure 5 on Song for Christine. Your turn. Let's do that one more time. My turn, measure 5. Your turn. One last time. And the trick to this is really keeping your F sharp finger close. That is the key to success on this one. Okay, last time. Measure 5 on Song for Christine. Your turn. Excellent. Nice job. Now, whenever you're learning a song, it really helps to see patterns. It helps you to learn the notes more efficiently and quickly. So, are there any other patterns that you see in this song? For instance, do you see any scale patterns? I see a scale pattern. Take a look. If you see measure number 1 and 2, it it is coming down the D scale, starting from high D and going down to A. Let's play it. Let's play measure 1 and 2 of the song and see if you can feel the scale. Ready? So starting on measure 1, Song for Christine, we're playing measure 1 and 2 only. Set high D. 1, 2, first 2 measures, let's play it. Did you feel the scale coming down? When you see the scale, it makes it so much easier to play the song. So finally, before we play the entire piece, I'd like for you to glance at the ending and see, do we have a double bar line or a repeat sign on this one? If you said double bar line, bravo. There's a double bar line on this, so we start from the beginning, we play through all 8 measures, and when we get to the finish, we do not go back and play it again. When we get to the finish, it's finished, okay? Now, when you play, be really careful to keep the beat nice and steady and even, and also make sure that you don't overlook the rests. Be really vigilant about looking at every single symbol on the staff, the notes and the rests. They're equally important, okay? Well, let's try playing the whole entire song. Set your posture, your position. First note is high D. And make sure that you're sitting so that you can see your music well. When we're practicing note reading, we're not practicing from memory, we're actually practicing looking at the music with our eyes, okay? So if you play violin or viola, for instance, make sure your scroll points towards your music stand. If you play the cello or the bass, the music stand is right in front of you where you can see it well, okay? Anyways, setting your high D, we'll play from the beginning all the way to the end. Song for Christine. 1, 2, ready, go. Arpeggio. Nice work, students. Did you feel the scale at the beginning and the arpeggio at the beginning of the second line? How did you do on the rests? Did you remember to hold for the rests? Let's play the song one more time from the beginning. Take a second chance on it. Set your high D. 1, 2, ready, beginning. Excellent work today, students. That concludes our video lesson for today. I'd like to remind you that Song for Christine, the song we just played, is your assignment. So when you finish practicing the song, practicing it individually, practicing it with the video, and you feel like it's polished up and ready to go, then get your camera rolling, take a video of yourself playing it, and upload it into the Google Classroom. It's great to see you today, as always, and I look forward to seeing your video assignments. See you next time.